G'day, everybody. We are live again for our 50-yard line. Welcome to everybody. Welcome to the show. Today, we are going to wrap up the week that was in college football. Obviously, we did our semifinals this week. Well, last week, actually. It's been a very quick week, actually. So, Chris, welcome back to you. I see you are parked again.
Hey.
Fantastic. We have the mobile reporter.
Yeah, as you can see, out the window. It hasn't gotten totally dark yet here at 6 p.m. In Dallas, Texas. So the days are starting to get a little bit longer. But yeah, sitting in a truck stop south side of Dallas, Texas, doing this tonight. The mobile studio is parked, so I turned the camera on.
That's right. We really appreciate you being here again for a wrap up of an interesting couple of games of college football. We'll get to the last one in a moment. Where the less we say about that, the better. But we've got a couple of games to wrap up. A bit of information around the traps of college football, and then obviously we're going to preview the national championship game coming up on Monday, American time, Tuesday for myself. So we're definitely looking forward to that one. Definitely looking. Not the two teams I thought probably would be in the national championship, I got to say. I thought maybe it would have been a couple of different teams, but I'm excited for the teams that are in. I'm excited to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, anybody who says to you that they had Indiana and Miami in the national title game at the beginning of the season, tell them I want to see your betting slip.
There is no way.
Otherwise, you show me somebody who says that, I will show you a very bad liar.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
It's that simple. But having Miami and Indiana, we'll get into the preview of the game here after we review the semifinals. And talk a little kind of behind the scenes, the future of the college football playoff as well. Because there's a big meeting coming up this weekend down in Miami regarding the future format. But we'll get into the preview of it. I am excited for this national championship game. The betting line is one way. I'm not firmly convinced that the line's right. I think it's going to be an outstanding. I really think it's going to be an outstanding game. If a strength I expect comes into play.
Okay. So let's
get into that.
Yeah, let's have a look at the games that we did watch on the weekend. Let's start off with Miami and Ole Miss.
You want to delay the discussion of
Let's talk about that one in a minute.
we've been consistent going in chronological order, so let's. I think it's totally proper that we continue to do so. But the Miami Ole Miss game. Wow,
it was a good game.
Absolutely,
it could have went either way at any point in that game. I mean, how many? I was trying to count how many. I think there's 4 or 5 different lead changes in that game. Overall, which is absolutely fantastic.
There were 4 lead changes in the final 7 minutes of the fourth quarter. It was absolute theater, and it was like every drive, the last half of the fourth quarter, it was one-upsmanship. Okay, Ole Miss does something. They take the lead. Miami's like, okay, all right, I see you. We'll go down the field. We'll take the lead right back. Ole Miss is like, hold my beer. Go down and score, and then at the end, Carson Beck, who has been, what's the word I'm looking for here? He has been, we'll call mistreated.
Well, yes.
By a lot of people. He had some issues last year at Georgia. But Carson Beck, of all players, to have the drive of a lifetime in the final 3 minutes of a semifinal. Driving Miami down the field, 15 plays, 75 yards, with 3 minutes to go when you're trailing. Okay, you don't even have the luxury of, okay, if we have to punt, we're probably going to overtime.
Yeah.
No, it is 4 down territory.
Mm-hmm.
And you know it going into the drive. We're down 3. It's 4 down territory. I got to make the plays.
Yeah.
And Carson Beck made the plays on the final drive of the ball game.
Yep.
It was absolute theater, that game.
And that's I said on the day when we watched it. I'm kind of glad Carson got the last touchdown. You know, that rushing touchdown for him. I kind of sealed the deal that, you know, he's here to play. That's it. You know, don't misjudge him. You know, because last year we gave him a lot of crap for a lot of interceptions and everything else. We kind of, you know, gave him a lot of stick. But this year he's been solid. A little shaky sometimes, but I mean, look where he is. He's in the championship game, National College Football. You know, so it's just like, okay, so
exactly, and he's gotten a taste of it. You know, with the 2 trips that he made with Georgia as a backup.
Yeah.
So at least he's got an idea what a national title game's going to be like.
Yeah.
Add in the added benefit of the game's going to be at home in Miami.
Yeah.
In their own stadium.
Yeah.
So a whole lot of home cooking for Miami this week leading up to the game.
Yeah.
That's just an added bonus for Carson Beck in Miami. Yeah. But the drive itself was just wow.
Yeah.
Just unbelievable how that drive went.
Yeah, that last drive, 15 plays, 75 yards. So that's a great
multiple
play. Yeah.
Yeah, converted by my count 4 third downs.
That's pretty impressive.
You know, Ole Miss had 4 chances to get Miami to 4th down, here's the ball game.
Yeah. Yeah.
And weren't able to do it. I mean, he, converts, looking through here, let's see, converts a 3rd and 2, a 3rd and 8, a 3rd and 6, 3rd and 10. So, I mean, not unreasonable. It was nothing ridiculous like a 3rd and 27.
No, but
that they converted, but still, to be able to, even when it gets to 3rd down, you know, gotta make a play.
Yeah.
The last thing you want to have is to be looking up the scoreboard, seeing down 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Up on that scoreboard and knowing, ooh, we got to get the yards.
Yeah.
Because the pucker factor, it really tightens up there when you're in that situation.
Yes.
When the game is on the line, the season is on the line.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then, they get it down into the, to goal to go, and it wasn't his arm.
Nope.
It was his legs.
Yep. Yeah.
Carson Beck runs it in himself for the go-ahead game-winning touchdown with 18 seconds left, and Miami's on to the national championship game. But for Ole Miss, considering what Ole Miss has had to go through the past, well, let's be honest, most of the season.
Yeah.
What they've had to go through, because the moment Brian Kelly got fired at LSU, and the moment I can't even think of the dude's name down in Florida got fired, who's the first name that popped into everybody's discussion for who's going to replace one of those guys, either at LSU or Florida? It was Lane Kiffin. And rightfully so. Lane has done an outstanding job. He did an outstanding job at Ole Miss, turning them into a national power.
Yes.
And, building the team that ultimately got to a semifinal. Now, the way he left Ole Miss, let's say he failed the loyalty test.
Yes.
Definitely. By a very wide margin.
Yeah.
But you do have to give credit to Lane Kiffin for building that program, building the roster that played in 2025 in Oxford, putting together the staff that coached these guys all the way to a national semifinal.
Yeah.
How it ended for the team, obviously, you wouldn't want the way it ended to for them to happen to anybody.
Yeah.
But at the same time, even after Lane Kiffin left, after the Egg Bowl, they still had games to prepare for, and they did. They could have folded their tents and said, well, we're screwed. We're screwed. No. Yeah. They put a chip right there on their shoulder, and they're like, knock it off.
Yeah.
Come at us.
Yeah.
And for two games, they handled their business and nearly handled their business for a third time.
Yeah, that's right.
18 seconds away from playing for a national championship. So, I mean, for Ole Miss, it was ultimately a disappointing end to a very successful season.
Yeah. Yeah.
For Ole Miss football, and I'm excited to see what they're able to do in 2026. I would expect them to be, maybe take a step back. I mean, the SEC is very difficult. It's a very tough conference, but Ole Miss, for most of the last decade, they've been fairly consistent and climbing. But let's see what the next era does for Ole Miss.
That's right. And I also heard that obviously Lane Kiffin left, but Ole Miss is still paying him. I think they owe him $500,000 from those playoff games as well. It's like, dang.
Yeah, I think LSU was actually paying that bill.
Oh, were they? Oh, I thought Ole Miss was picking that up, man. It's whoever's picking it up, he's laughing all the way to the bank for sure. So,
kind of
a little bit of a salt into the wound a little bit, I'm not even there, but you still have to pay me kind of thing. It's like, oh, damn.
Here's the thing. Those may be the only college football playoff bonuses Lane Kiffin gets.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Because let's be honest, he's got a long way to go at LSU.
Yeah.
And with part of his coaching staff still being in Oxford coaching multiple playoff games, with the transfer portal open, the recruiting may be a little bit slow. I'm sure it'll pick up. I mean, Lane Kiffin and the LSU name, they're name brands.
Yes.
So
I've heard he snagged a pretty good quarterback already too. So I can't remember the kid's name, but
at the same time, LSU's got a long way to go.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a team that lost their bowl game, that led their bowl game against Houston by 14 points and let it get away.
Yep. They got a lot of building for the next couple of years at least anyway. So
obviously Ole Miss was incredibly close to a national championship. LSU wasn't even thinking of it.
No.
As the season went on. So they're a lot further away, and who knows how long or even if Lane Kiffin can get LSU into the playoff or championship. Only time will tell.
Yep. I think next year is definitely going to be an interesting year for LSU fans to see what comes of that new coaching style.
There will be plenty of excitement in Baton Rouge, without a doubt.
Yes.
With Lane Kiffin being the head coach now at LSU, but again, with the excitement raises the expectation level.
Right.
And LSU's remember, Ole Miss, no disrespect to Ole Miss, their expectation level's kind of down here entering the year. LSU's every year way up here.
Yep. And after that,
doesn't matter what the team looks like.
2019 LSU team, I'm assuming they expect the same kind of results, which is obviously not going to come. So
well, remember the 2019 LSU team. Brian Kelly was not the coach of that team.
Yeah.
It was Ed Orgeron's team.
Yeah.
And the goodwill from that national championship, it faded quickly in Baton Rouge. What was it? Brian Kelly was in his third season as the LSU coach? I think it was in his third season as LSU coach. So that would mean 20, maybe his fourth season. 20, 21, the third or fourth season.
Yeah.
We're talking 3 years. 3 years for the goodwill of a national championship to fade.
Oh, it doesn't last long.
To the
doesn't
point,
last long at all. No.
To the point that you are getting told your parking pass no longer works.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Your swipe card to get into the building, it has been deactivated.
That's right. There's definitely going to be a few coaches next year in the hot seat for sure. I mean, they're already starting rumors about Ryan Day already too. You know, so that's already kicking up as well. So
yeah, well, that's every year in that's every year in Columbus. Although I think he's built up a little bit of goodwill. Ryan Day has, because they beat Michigan.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Put a stop to that route. Yes.
That helps Ryan Day. The hottest of the hot seats, I have absolutely no doubt, is in upstate South Carolina.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dabo Swinney's seat in Clemson. It is.
It's going to be
it's
real
up
high.
To 11.
Yeah. Yes. I'm surprised they haven't.
Up to 11 already.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Yep. After their season, it was very dismal. That is for sure. So
yeah.
But good result there from Miami, and obviously they progressed into the national championship on Monday. So let's talk about Oregon and Indiana. Now, going into this match, I got to say, I didn't think Oregon would win. You know, hands up. You know, I didn't think Oregon would win. I did think we'd maybe give them a better game. You know, before this game started, there was things coming out of Oregon camp about running backs. You know, we're losing a couple of them. You know, people going into the portal, et cetera, injuries, et cetera, as you get.
Yeah.
Like we did in the last year in the Rose Bowl. You know, we lost our wide receiver and et cetera, et cetera. But, but we knew Indiana was going to be a tough match, you know, whatever way you looked at it, you know, the way they've been handling the business and, you know, took care of, you know, Ohio State and everybody else. It's just when you guys see
earlier
him,
in the year. And
yeah. When you see him on that field, they're just a different beast at the moment. As I said in the game, you know, Mendoza doesn't even look like he's even broken a sweat, you know. He's just like, okay, it just comes so natural to him too. He just has such a great throwing technique as well. I think they were going to be very hard to beat in the national championship, but 56-22 is definitely not the score that we were hoping for. No. We're probably lucky to get 22 at all. I think some of them are probably mercy gimmies. But, we just didn't seem to have any depth. We didn't seem to have any very one-dimensional play calling as well. There was no, like in the last game when we played Texas Tech, we were doing fake punts. You know, we're doing all this, you know, this stuff. You didn't know what was coming. It was kind of telegraphed with Indiana. I don't know if it was shell shock or obviously outplayed, you know, 10-1 from Indiana, but we just couldn't get started. Just could not grapple with Indiana. It was just it was kind of relaxing to watch because we knew we weren't going to win by about halfway through the first quarter. So it's like, okay, sit back, relax, and enjoy the game. You're going to lose anyway. So, but it was impressive watching Indiana play. So I must say, I'm
just sitting here and listening to a friend spill his guts out and just trying to be a good friend here because Lyle's in pain. Lyle was in pain Friday night. He really was.
I know. So
I'm just trying to be the good friend sitting here, you know, commiserating with the man, and you know, understanding his pain because you know I've been there.
Yeah.
You know, I've watched my teams lose championship games, lose playoff games in a multitude of fashions.
Yeah.
I've watched my 14.5 point favorite St. Louis Rams lose the Super Bowl to Tom Brady. the Super Bowl that made Tom Brady, that kickstarted the Patriots dynasty.
Yeah.
I've watched Steve Yzerman hit a slap shot from the blue line in a Game 7 against my St. Louis Blues in a playoff series. I've also watched my St. Louis Cardinals. This was when I was a child 40 years ago. Lose Game 7, 11-0.
Yeah. Oh, yikes! Yikes!
In the World Series to the cross-state Kansas City Royals. So I've suffered the pain.
Yes.
That you went through on Friday night.
Yeah.
Because that was an absolute, and I'm not going to sugarcoat this, that was an absolute ass kicking.
Yep. I mean, we didn't help ourselves either. You know, fumbles and the running back knocking the ball out of the quarterback's hands. I mean, mistakes like that, you can't turn it over to Indiana and expect to win anything at all.
And you haven't even mentioned the fact that it was 7-0 Indiana 11 seconds into the game.
Yeah, I kind of tried to block that out of my brain.
Right.
That first 20 seconds totally didn't happen. What are you talking about?
I mean, I'm in Indianapolis. I'm dealing with parking issues.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to get parked so I can actually sit down and watch the game on Thursday night. And I'm inside the building. I'm like, come on, the game's on. I want to watch it. We got the stream going on.
Yep.
And I get back out to the truck and holy crap, what the hell happened?
It was
I think the entire first quarter.
Yeah.
And I get out there and I see this. I had actually heard the pick six. I wasn't on because I think I was fueling at that exact moment.
Yeah.
But I got back to the truck right when the pick six happened, and I'm like, ooh, that is about the most nightmare of nightmarish starts you could ever possibly imagine for Oregon.
It wasn't if you could. Yeah, it was thrown straight to him. There was no way he was going to miss it. Yeah,
if you had a menu of ways the semifinal will start for Oregon, and you just list them on a piece of paper, that one would be
way down. That's right.
Way the hell down there. Throwing pick six on first play of game.
Yes.
That would not be one you would prefer to pick. And that's exactly what happened. And it was like, okay, floodgates are going to open.
I'm actually we're probably lucky it was only 56. It could have very easily been 70, 80, the way they were playing,
A whole lot of credit to Oregon, though. After throwing the pick six, you bounced back and you tied the game up. Okay? And then Indiana was like, okay, we're not going to play. We're not going to play around.
Yeah.
We're going to score, and we're going to score a whole hell of a lot.
Yeah.
And you mentioned Mendoza on the sideline looking like he hadn't even broken a sweat. late in the game, which he didn't. The hair was kiss. It was absolutely perfect. It was weatherman level hair. Okay, you know how the weatherman on, how the TV meteorologist in every television station has the absolute perfect hair. I mean, we're talking wind tunnel tested hair to 150 miles an hour. It was that good for Fernando Mendoza on the sideline of a playoff semifinal. Heisman Trophy winner. And I look at him and the way he played in that semifinal was on Friday night. I look at him, I'm like, I'm so sad for you, Fernando. I am so sad
because we know where he's going to end up. Damn.
I know your future lies in Las Vegas with the Raiders.
Yep.
And I am so sad for you. So enjoy the moment you're getting now. And getting to play for a national championship on Monday night. Because, son, it may be a while before you play for another championship.
I see the Raiders are already tweeting out stuff about, we're going to welcome Fernando so well, and he's going to have this and have that. It's like, oh damn, they're already on it. They're already on him already, So
yeah. Now another added benefit to the fact that Indiana made the national championship game is that we're going to get to see Fernando Mendoza's aunt again.
Well, yeah, I see she's breaking the internet as well.
we were in the front bar during the game, and they kept showing the shots of Fernando's family.
Yeah,
and we were all in the front bar going, okay, we recognize Mom because we remember from the Heisman Trophy ceremony. We've seen her all year.
Yep.
But who the hell is that smoke show next to her?
I know. We were talking about sisters that's it.
Yeah, we were thinking older sister maybe.
Yeah.
No, it turns out it was his aunt, and I'm like, oh, okay, I totally buy that.
Yeah.
But damn. I'm very happy Indiana got back there because I have no doubt we're going to get plenty of more shots.
Oh, I'm sure.
Plenty more shots on Monday night for the national championship game.
I'm sure we will.
But that was, oh my God, yeah, Indiana. They're just. I know I've said this all season. We've talked about this all season. Indiana, what Kurt Cignetti has done in 2 years.
Yep.
In Bloomington, Indiana. We're talking about a football program that started in 1887. So we're talking over 130, almost 140 years of intercollegiate football at Indiana University. They've never even been close to this level.
No, which is it's fantastic to see. It is a fairy tale, storyline. You've got to appreciate that. Of course, they've obviously beaten my team on the way through, but they've beaten everybody. Quite convincingly as well, too. So just looking at Mendoza's stats here, 17 out of 20, 5 touchdowns. That's crazy. That is crazy stats.
What's the stat? He has... In 2 playoff games, he has 8 touchdown passes and 5 incompletions.
Yeah, that is
in
mental.
2 playoff games.
Yep.
So, like I said on Friday night, it's not like these 2 playoff games have been against Slippery Rock U and Benedictine.
Yeah, that's right.
All right?
That's right.
We're talking about they've played some damn good competition. Alabama and Oregon, they ain't a bunch of scrubs.
No. That's right.
They made the playoff on merit.
Yeah.
Very good football teams.
Yeah.
And Indiana has just absolutely
smashed them. Yep.
I left no doubt. They weren't even nice. They weren't even nice enough to give Alabama a pity touchdown.
No, that's right.
In the quarterfinal.
At least we scored a touchdown. So that means we're better than Alabama. So that's good.
Oregon got a couple of pity touchdowns.
Yeah, that's right. I know.
At the end, you actually got into the end zone 3 times on Indiana.
Yeah,
they didn't even let Alabama touch the goal line.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. They're probably lucky to get the field goal as well. Just looking at some of the stats with the 2 teams, very, very close in it. Obviously, the 3 turnovers do help. 28 minutes for Oregon, 31 for Indiana. Even the total yards are very, very close as well, 378 to 362. But Indiana was just so much more efficient with the ball, finding that end zone, at will, basically, But man, what a great game to watch. It was a great game to watch. Yes, we lost, somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose. But man, watching Indiana on this season drive has just been fantastic to watch. It's been great football. You cannot complain about the quality of football. Everybody will have their idea about they shouldn't be in there anyway and blah 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 and whatever else. And Mendoza can't throw and all this kind of stuff. But he's proven everybody wrong, and I just love watching it. And I hope they go all the way. So. Indiana.
Yeah, it'll be wonderful. I listen, both teams are really good stories.
Yeah.
Obviously, Indiana, we know that story.
Yeah.
They've been on a rocket ship to the moon for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Ever since the moment Curt Cignetti sat at the dais and said, "I win, Google me." They have been on a rocket ship to the moon.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been incredible. So obviously that's a great story. And that's the story everybody really wants to see that.
Yeah, that's it.
The movie Hoosiers, okay? I mean, the backstory of Hoosiers, okay? Obviously it's about basketball, but it's the ultimate underdog story, okay?
Yeah.
Because for the longest time, Indiana, the state of Indiana, there's high school basketball is such a big deal in the state of Indiana.
Yeah.
It is what high school football is to Texas. It's like religion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But for the longest time, they only had one state champion. Most states, every state now, they split their high school tournaments, their state championship tournaments into multiple classes. Okay.
Yeah.
Where you got the biggest schools compete against each other, little bit smaller schools down the list. I mean, Missouri, I think, has for football, I want to say 6 classes of 11-man football.
Okay.
And the class 6, they are the big schools. St. Louis, Kansas City, Springfield, the big city schools.
Yeah.
Okay. Class 5, the schools are a little bit smaller, maybe more suburban. Class 4, similar, getting out into the rural areas down to Class 1, which are private schools and very rural schools. Okay. So you're not having teams play, you're not having a really small school with 47 students in it. Playing against a St. Louis school for a state championship. It's just not fair because obviously the big schools have a distinct advantage. So you split them by enrollment into separate fields. Indiana high school basketball, for the longest time, it was one class. Every team played in every team fed into one state tournament.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was Milan High School, 1954 is the basis of Hoosiers. They were the real life Hoosiers.
Yeah.
The small town school that went into the state tournament and won it and upset the big city schools. As a tiny little town. And that's like I said, that is the ultimate underdog story.
Yes.
Indiana football is that ultimate underdog.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
They've always been underfunded, basically an afterthought on their own campus because of the basketball program.
Yeah.
The men's basketball program in Indiana, it's gold standard, or it was for a long time. Obviously, taken a lot of steps back in recent years. They won a national championship in 40 years, but during the height of the Bobby Knight era, they were the gold standard of college basketball with their national championships.
Yeah.
In fact, they're still the last undefeated national champion in college basketball in Division I. But Indiana football was an afterthought at best, or everybody went, wait a minute, we got a football program? We play football here? That's how little the Indiana football program was thought of.
Yeah.
Until really 2024, when Curt Cignetti started and they started winning and didn't stop winning. And really, they still haven't stopped winning.
No, that's it.
All
what was that? 2 losses
because,
in 2 years. So fantastic.
Yeah, 2 losses in 2 years. He's 26-2.
Yeah.
In 2 years. Come on.
That's
Indiana 26-2 over 2 years.
Yep.
That is just unbelievable.
Yep.
But on the other side, you got Miami. They haven't won a national championship in a quarter century, and back in the 80s, I mean, this team, you know, with Howard Schnellenberger as the coach, and then later Jimmy Johnson as the head coach, they were the gold standard of football now, of college football in the 1980s.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they absolutely positively, they were the black hats. They were the black hats. Okay. They were the heels.
Oh, okay.
Of college football. Everybody who wasn't a Miami fan really tuned in to watch Miami get their butts kicked. And it didn't happen often. You savored the moment.
Yeah.
Because that team was the 80s Miami team, especially the 86, 87 era team, you know, the 86 team that lost to Penn State in that upset in the Fiesta Bowl. And then the 87 team that redeemed themselves and won the national championship.
Yeah.
Those were, they were hated. Yeah, I'm not kidding you. I mean, you know, they're that same era. That's the same era team, Miami team that went to South Bend, and you had the famous T-shirt Catholics versus Convicts.
Okay.
The documentary of the same name is based off of that T-shirt. That was that 88 Miami team going to Notre Dame to play them in the regular season, and that was a heated football game.
Yeah.
But Miami, they were that good, and they had the swagger. And you just wanted to punch them, but you knew if you punched them, 10 of their teammates going to jump you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you really couldn't do much about it. That's what that Miami team was.
Yeah.
You know, the 2001, 2002 team, so dominant. The back-to-back national, the national champions in 2002. The ones that almost won in 2003, when they lost in double overtime to Ohio State. That team was absolutely dominant. As I got a truck parking next to me here, so you see the distraction, a little bit of a distraction here. Fellow colleague of mine from the same company, actually, back again.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, the Miami team, early 2000s, they were a dominant force. Speed on defense, speed on offense.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, a lot of great players on that team. And Miami, you know, ever since then, they've mostly been good, really good at times, but never back to that level. They're not really ever close back to that level. Certainly not as high as they've gotten this year, getting to the national championship.
Yeah.
So, like I said, both teams are really, really good stories. Going into this national championship game, and for Miami, there isn't the hatred because that you had back in the 80s. In fact, quite honestly, we're kind of nostalgic for that team because we see Michael Irvin on the sideline, we see Jimmy Johnson on the sideline, we see all the guys from back in the day who have some wrinkles, got the gray hair, but we remember watching them when they were young. And with time, the viewpoints on them have softened somewhat, and you can appreciate what they were, the skill, the football. Exactly. So, and we'll see all of them. We'll see all of them out there Monday night. Play when Miami takes the field for the national championship.
It is going to be. It's shaping up to be a fantastic battle. Who have you got down? Who are you picking? Let's hold
off on a little bit of a preview.
Okay.
Because I mean, we just kind of deviated into teasing it. Coming off the Indiana game, because quite honestly, there wasn't a lot of talk about the Indiana game. It was a butt kicking. That's all it was. We don't need to go all that deep into it.
No.
Let's talk some other stuff going on around college football.
Okay.
And one thing is that, you know, there's been debate about the format.
Yes.
The literal format of the college football playoff from for 2026 and beyond. I mean, we've had the 12 team now for 2 years.
Yep.
Still some bugs in it, I think. Especially with the long layoff.
Yeah.
For teams that win conference championships and get the bye.
Yeah.
Those teams having to wait 25, 26 days between conference title game and their quarterfinal game. That again cropped up as an issue. Now, it was only an issue for 3 teams because Indiana handled their business against Alabama.
Yes.
But the other three teams, it was an issue.
Yeah.
And we've seen now teams that the top 4 seeds in the 12-team era, they're now 1-7.
Yes.
In quarterfinal games. And it's because of that long layoff. We've got a bigger sample size this year. 4 more teams went through it, and 3 of them lost. To combine with all 4 of them losing last year. That under that format, of course, you had a team that's the number 4 seed really wasn't the number 4 team in the country.
Yeah,
it was the 4th highest ranked conference champion. Okay, and that was what that was Boise State.
Yep.
In that instance. Because they were ahead of Arizona State as the Big 12 champion in the rankings. But, again, Boise was farther down the list in the playoff rankings going into the tournament. Now this year they went by ranking. Whatever your ranking number was, that was your seed, regardless of conference champion. And it obviously worked a little bit better because, we did get 1 team at least that survived the long layoff, handled everything just fine.
Yep.
There's talk of, and there's a meeting coming up Sunday, this weekend down in Miami, in the lead up to the national championship. We're talking conference commissioners, the Notre Dame president, I think, is involved, or the athletic director's involved, and also the managing committee, which is the 11 university presidents that manage the college football playoff. They're all going to get together. Since everybody's going to be down in Miami for the title game, might as well have a meeting.
Yeah, that's
maybe
right.
Have something productive come out of it. And they're going to talk about the format for the future, which could include the format for 2026.
Okay. Has anything
discussion?
Has anything been put forward for it at the moment? What kind of format they're looking at?
There's a couple of proposals. One is a 16-team format.
Okay.
Which I like the idea of 16.
Yeah.
Okay. With the proviso. Okay. I don't like it if it goes to 16 and it's straight single elimination. Okay.
Okay.
Because I like the theory behind the bye.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why I like the 12-team format having the bye.
Yeah.
Because if you are a top 4 seed and you have been busting it all year to earn a top 4 seed, you deserve a reward.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel that to my soul. If you are a high seed, you deserve a reward of some sort, be it a bye where you get an extra week off before you have to play your first playoff game and go against a team that had to play the previous week.
Yeah.
I think that's a wonderful, wonderful reward for a team. But 25 days off is a little ridiculous.
Yeah, that's very long.
Right.
Very, very long.
So I like the idea. If you go to 16, the standard idea would be straight single elimination, straight knockout, like the NCAA tournament or the FA Cup, something like that, where you got all 16, you line them up, 1v16, 8v9, 4-13, 5-12, on down the list. 16 teams, 8 games.
Yeah.
Winner advances, loser, see ya.
Yeah.
I don't like that because we see in the NCAA tournament every year, and this is the feature of the NCAA tournament, the basketball tournament, is that single elimination, and you can have those upsets.
Yes. Yeah.
And strangely enough, I'm okay with that for the basketball because I'm just used to it.
Okay.
I grew up on the 64 team NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
Where the first 2 days of the tournament, it's 16 games spread over 12 hours, and survive in advance, lose, you're out.
Yeah.
Okay. I grew up with that. Football, it's a tougher sport. Okay. Mm-hmm. You are beat up by the time you get to the end of the season.
Yeah.
And if you've earned a playoff spot, you're beat up. You need rest and recovery time. Yeah. Which is why I like a team having a bye and getting some extra rest as a reward. Mm-hmm. So if you're going to go to 16, committee, college football playoff, if you are tuning into this right now, or your algorithm, your YouTube algorithm pointed you to this, and you have stuck with us for this long, and you are hearing the sound of my voice, I want you all to consider looking at the Australian model.
Yeah.
Okay, what the AFL or the NRL does in Australia with their finals series, they have an 18 playoff, which typically would be standard straight single elimination. Mm-hmm. Okay, now they reward the top 4 teams, even though there's 8 teams, and you could do a straight single elimination with no buys. No, they reward the top 4 teams by giving them a second chance.
Yeah.
If they lose their first game, if you're a top 4 seed in Australia, you lose your first playoff game. Okay, that's okay. That's your reward. You get to drop down and play one of the winners from the bottom 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the 2 teams that win a game in the bottom 4. And then the winner advances to the next round. Mm-hmm. The reward comes in, the added reward that comes in for the team that wins those games amongst the top 4. They get the bye right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
They go 2 weeks between games.
Yeah.
And have to play against a team that has now played 2 hard-fought football games.
Yeah.
To advance to the next stage, to the grand final.
Yeah.
In Australia. So if you're gonna go to 16, look at what Australia does, because you can expand it from 8 to 16 with no problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful thing about numbers.
Yeah.
Double from 8 to 16. Well, instead of doing 1 bracket, you do 2 brackets, 2 18 brackets. There you go. The format that's being kicked around, the common one that's been kicked around is the 5+11 model.
Okay.
Which is
5 conferences?
5 highest ranked conference champions, 5 highest ranked conference champions.
Yeah.
Which, and I think they go a little bit further. The 4 Power 4 conference champions would get automatics, plus the highest ranked now group of 6 conferences.
Yeah.
Because remember, we got the Reform Pac-12 coming in next year.
That's right. Yeah.
We're going from the 2-pack to the 8-pack.
Yeah.
Even though they're still going to be called the Pac-12.
Yeah.
So the highest rank of the group of 6 conference champions would get that 5th automatic qualifier, and then the 11 highest remaining teams in the rankings.
Yeah.
That's one that's that's one that's being kicked around.
Okay.
The other idea that's being kicked around, and it's not hated by any stretch of the imagination, is to go to 24. Just bite the bullet, go from 12 to 24.
24. Okay.
Okay. It would add another round to the tournament, obviously. Mm-hmm. You'd go 5 rounds, and teams could potentially play 5 playoff games. Mm-hmm. The great thing about that is you could pretty much you could absolutely guarantee home games for the top 8 seeds.
Okay.
Or no, hang on. If they go to 24, hang on, let me do the math here.
Yeah.
be the top 12 seeds.
Mm.
It'd be the top 16 seeds. Excuse me, they'd get home playoff games.
Yeah.
Because the top 8 would get byes, and then 9 through 24 would play.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the first round would be on home sites.
Yeah.
The second round, the round of 16, would be on home sites as well before we get into the bowls at the quarterfinal stage.
Yeah.
So the top 16 teams would be guaranteed one home game.
Yeah.
Before we get into playing neutral site games, which I love the on campus playoff games.
Campus,
the atmosphere is absolutely electric. That's under consideration. If they're going to go that direction, though, I think they ought to at least consider being a little more fair to the group of 5, just a little bit more, and maybe allow a guarantee of 2 group of 5 or group of 6 champions into the tournament.
Okay.
Because I would rather see a couple of 12-1 teams from a group of 6 conference, a lot more than I'd like to see an 8-4 team from a Power 4.
Yeah.
Playing in a playoff game. I mean, I know we're going to get 4, maybe even 5 lost teams. Into a field of 24. Which I'm not totally sure how I feel about that. Or you go completely crazy, and all 10 conference champions in FBS, they get automatic bids, and we'll give the next 14 the last 14 at-large bids based on the rankings. Just a thought.
Yep. There's
up with all the conference champions, and it rewards winning a conference championship.
Yeah, that's right.
Like the men's basketball tournament does.
Yeah. Because there are already talks, even this year, about what's the point of having a conference champion? If you're not going to Duke, for example, conference champion didn't even make the playoffs. What's the point of having those games then if you're not doing anything with it too? So. There's a lot of different ways it could go. You're never going to make everybody happy. Somebody's obviously ultimately going to miss out. The number 17 or the number 25, whatever. So, whatever way they do it, they're just going to have to work the best they can and hopefully get something that's reasonable for everybody,
Yeah, over the last 30 years, we've had, ever since they college football finally decided, okay, everybody's been clamoring for it. Let's set up a system where we are guaranteed an actual, by God, national championship game. Hard to believe it's only been 30 years since we've had that set up. In college football. And college football has been played for over 150 years.
Yes.
It took them that long just to get to that point where we're guaranteed a national championship game every year. Ever since we came up with that, we got to the point where we said, we're going to do that. There's been anger, hatred, vitriol, debate, politicking. It's just where on the list is the politicking and the anger starting? In the original BCS, it was at number 3. The 14 playoff format, it was at number 5. Now we're in the 12-team format, it's 13. And 13, 14, 15. Where does the anger start? When we go to 16, it'll be 17, 18, 19.
That's right.
When we go to 24, it'll be 25, 26, 27. All right? It's just a matter of where on the list do people start getting pissed off. That's the only difference between format, because every time once you get to the last at-large bid, and it happens in college basketball every year, there's 3-hour television programs the day the bracket is released, that Selection Sunday show happens. There are 3-hour postmortems of the bracket. And one of the things they talk about, one of the first things they talk about is who got snubbed. and you compare, okay, who was the last team that got in and the first team that was left out, and the resumes typically are very, very similar.
Yes.
It's just that one team got over the line, and one team didn't.
As we said, probably several times throughout the season, just win more games. That's it. Leave no doubt, win more games, and then you'll be in there. So, if you weren't good enough to get in, I mean, don't bitch about it. Just win more games. That's it.
Yeah, so, if you are politicking for your spot, and everybody who's on the bubble does it, it always happens, when you are dealing with a group of human beings, which college athletics is unique in that, to get into a playoff, to get into the championship of your sport in college football or college basketball, you ultimately have to impress humans on some level. It is not all about the results on the field, which makes college sports unique.
Yes.
Every other league in the world, your championship series, your playoffs, whatever playoff format you have, it is determined by results on the field 100%.
Yep.
College football, you have to impress human beings at some level. Okay? And what we've said the last couple of years, don't leave any doubt. Win your games. Don't leave it in the hands of the humans where you have to politic and basically plead your case to the jury. I know that loss was horrible. You start sounding like a defense attorney when your client's guilty as hell. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Look at this. Look over here at this.
That's it.
Okay,
exactly.
And it's like you're pleading your case to the jury. When you're making those, when you're in those press conferences saying why you deserve to be in, instead of another team. Don't leave any doubt. Indiana wasn't out there politicking this year. A&M wasn't out there politicking. Ohio State wasn't. They just won their damn football games.
Yeah, that's it.
Handled their business. That's what you do. But of course, every year you'll have. It's just the way it works. There's always a bubble, and eventually, at the end of the season, when the bracket is released, somebody's bubble gets burst. Happens every year, and they get angry about it. Notre Dame had their hissy fit. They took their ball and went home. Had they made the playoff, obviously, they would not have taken their ball and went home had Notre Dame made the field. But they didn't. They had their hissy fit, and they went home. The other team, other teams, they had their hissy fit. They went and played in a bowl game. Okay? Sorry, you didn't make the playoff. Win more games next year. That's how you fix that.
It's very complicated, but it's very easy as well. As you said, just win games. That's it. Just win games. It's pretty easy.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
When it comes down to that, as you said, it's very unique in college football. We don't have that over here. You wouldn't get sideline conversations. You wouldn't get behind the scenes. You wouldn't get politicking. It's just like, well, you didn't win. You didn't win. See you later. Come back next year. So,
we don't have that in our pro sports. Okay.
The
NFL playoffs just started. Not one human being had to be impressed for the Pittsburgh Steelers to get into the wild card round. All they had to do is have Baltimore miss a field goal.
I guess when you're dealing with 132 teams, whatever it is, there has to be some way to whittle them down into a more manageable situation as well, too. So,
and right now we're cutting 90% of the FBS out that don't make the playoff. Only the top. What's the math on about 9%? Okay. Get in 12 out of 136. Get into the playoff. So 90% of the FBS. Sorry, you didn't win enough games. I mean, all of our pro sports over here. In the NFL is 14 to 32, just under 50%.
Yeah.
Major League Baseball MLB is 12 of 32.
Okay.
Or 12 of 30, which is 40%.
Okay.
NBA is 16 of 30, just a shade over 50%.
Okay.
NHL is 16 of 32, exactly 50%.
Okay.
So by that math, if Division I FBS wanted to go with the pro model, the college football playoff would be 68 teams.
Yes. Yeah, that's a lot of teams, isn't it?
Exactly half.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That would be pretty much, it would be 6 rounds plus a handful of teams at the bottom of the pile.
Yeah.
Playing a 7th game potentially. That's a lot of playoff games.
That's a lot of games. That's a lot of games. Yeah.
Now, like I said, college basketball here, the college basketball tournament is 68 teams.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. But college basketball, you play 2 games a week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The NCAA tournament, you play Thursday, Saturday, or you play Friday, Sunday.
Okay.
In the NCAA tournament, and then you take a few days off, rinse and repeat the following weekend.
Yeah.
Okay. You can't do that in college football. You got to have the week off.
Yeah. I was just thinking, imagine playing two football games a week. Oh, damn. That'd be crazy.
You can't play a football game on a Thursday night and then rock up to the stadium on a Saturday afternoon and kick it off again.
Yeah, no.
That's inhumane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay?
There's no way.
So your playoff would go 7 weeks.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden the college football playoff might be ending the day before the Super Bowl.
Yes.
No, not going to work.
No.
Not going to work at all.
No. So it'll be interesting to see, as you said, it's going to be Sunday for that meeting. Before we hit the national championship, we might even have some rumors of a change to the playoff system. So we'll keep an ear out for that anyway.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah. So
now in terms of on the field stuff from coming up on Monday night, we'll get deeper. We'll probably do a little bit deeper preview. Before kickoff on Monday, because we're 6 days out from kickoff.
Yes.
A lot of stuff could change. Over the course of the next week. But I do want, just to kind of as a first look, this matchup between Miami and Indiana, I just want to point you to one matchup. This is the one matchup I am most excited about watching. Watch the battle in the trenches on Monday night.
Yeah.
Particularly when Indiana has the football on offense. That is the ultimate strength on strength battle between Miami's defensive line and Indiana's offensive line. Indiana, their offensive line, left tackle, guard, center, right guard, right tackle. Those are 5 corn-fed mutant road graders.
Yeah, they're pretty big boys, that's for sure. That is for sure.
They are 5 big boys that like inflicting pain on defensive linemen.
Yeah.
And they are like the, I'll put this in Miami terms, okay? They are like the guys at the club.
Yeah.
Okay. You got the suit on. Yeah, and we're talking one of those high-end clubs down in Miami. Okay. They're like the guys with the big 6'6", 6'7", 320-pound guy. Looks like he could do some damage. Got the suit on, got the shades on, maybe got an earpiece in if it's a really professional establishment.
Yeah.
They're the guys out at the velvet rope, outside letting people in, and they're the guys inside.
Yeah.
Okay. Making sure nothing bad's going down inside the club.
Yeah.
That's what those guys are, and they are protecting. They're not protecting the whole club. They're protecting one man. His name is Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And the way they have operated pretty much all season is Ain't nobody getting close to Fernando.
Yep.
And we are personally insulted that you would even think of getting close to Fernando Mendoza.
Yep.
That's what those guys are like. Now, the Miami defensive line, well, they have absolutely no problems crashing through the velvet rope.
Yes.
And busting their way into the club.
Yep.
Okay, and that's the matchup I am most excited about watching. Because for Miami, what Miami is able to do, what their Miami defensive line, if they are able to do this, get pressure on Mendoza rushing 4.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Just their 4 down linemen and allow them to drop 7 back into coverage. Okay. If they can get home with 4, Miami's got a shot.
Yes.
If they can consistently get pressure with 4.
Yeah.
If their 4 defensive linemen can't get past the velvet rope, get past the security guards, all Mendoza's going to be, even though there's 7 drop back into coverage, Mendoza's going to pick them apart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's got great wide receivers who can get open.
Yeah.
And even if they can't get open, guess what? Mendoza's got a pair of legs that work pretty well, too.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He's not afraid to use them. Yep. Yep.
So if Miami can't get pressure with 4, they've got to bring 5 or bring 6.
Yeah.
And just try to overwhelm the velvet rope people.
Yeah.
The guards at the velvet rope. What that does, though, that exposes the inside of the club.
Yeah.
You know, that exposes that doesn't expose the inside of the club. It exposes Miami's back end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because now instead of 7 back in coverage, Miami's got 5 or 6 back in coverage, and those wide receivers are way too good to get singled up too often.
Yeah.
And Mendoza's going to be able to over the top, touchdown. Who's yours? We heard that a lot Friday night in the Peach Bowl.
Yeah.
By the way, that crowd in Atlanta on Friday night, holy hell, did anybody from Oregon make the trip?
I don't know. Not very many. I think they were saying it was 90% Indiana fans.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
I buy that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a sea of red.
Yeah. Yeah.
At the Peach Bowl.
Yeah.
I wonder what it's going to look like down in Miami Monday night because, of course, you know, with the game being at Hard Rock Stadium, you'd figure, home team, you know, they may split ticket allocations.
Yeah.
But Miami, I mean, you're rocking up from, you know, anywhere in Dade County, maybe West Palm, Homestead, any of the other suburbs down there in South Florida that I can't think of off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Or you make the little 2-hour trip down the turnpike from Orlando or wherever in Central Florida if you're a Miami fan, living up in Central Florida.
Yeah.
You know, that's not a long trip.
No.
So you would figure Miami would have the majority of the crowd, and they may wind up with that.
Yeah.
But with the fact that Indiana is playing, and this is their first shot at a national championship, I'm wondering if the entire state of Indiana. I'm wondering if the entire state of Indiana is going to show up. Down in South
they
Beach
might not make it into the stadium, but they'll definitely be down there. That's for sure. Dang. Yep.
I suspect the stadium's going to be neutral.
Yes.
It's not going to be as much of a sea of red as we got at the Peach Bowl.
Yeah.
But there's going to be a heck of a lot of red in that stadium. One thing I wanted to mention here real quick, I looked on StubHub for ticket prices.
Yeah.
The get-in price.
Okay.
Take a guess.
Just to get into the stadium? Not a good seat just to get in.
The cheapest ticket to get through the gate and put your butt in a seat.
I'm thinking north of 700, 750 to get in. Keep going. 1,000. Oh, you've
Keep going.
Oh, keep going. Sorry, your camera froze there for a moment. 1,500.
Keep going.
1,500?
Keep going.
3,000?
Keep going. You're in the neighborhood.
3,500.
3,255.
Oh my God! Just to get in.
It's the cheapest ticket. That is one ticket. This is the cheapest one I see on StubHub right now. As I'm looking at the website right now. $3,255 gets you a seat in section 341, row 22.
Wait, how much is that in US to AUD? That's $5,300 to get in. Just to get in the game. Now, damn.
Now, I suppose we could, translate that into in another way.
Yeah.
$3,200 to get into the stadium. Another way to look at it is it's $1,600 a cheek.
Well, that's right. That's right.
Another way to look at it.
How much? I don't know if it tells you, but I can just imagine how much it's going to be down in the good seats, where you actually get to see something.
I got numbers.
Okay.
I got some numbers here. Cheapest one I'm seeing in a 100 section.
Yeah.
Number. About 4,500, 4,400, 4,500.
Dang.
Seeing some of those like in the corners.
Yeah.
The 72 Club, which is at the 50-yard line down low, 18,000. Some of the high-end suites.
Oh yeah. Okay.
One suite in here, at the corner. And no, I'll grant you, this is a nice view looking on StubHub.
Yeah.
I actually clicked on it.
Okay.
It's in the corner. It's obviously, inside. You got the seats outside.
Yeah.
60,000.
Oof. I mean, if you're an Indianan, I don't know how do you say Hoosier. Completely forgot. If you're a businessman from Indiana, 60,000 is not much. If you're been waiting long, you're a college football fan, 60,000 is nothing.
You're an
really.
IU graduate.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Who runs a successful business wherever.
Yeah. Take some partners down.
Oh, this is a once in a lifetime.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe takes some employees down, takes his family down.
Yeah, exactly.
Takes his extended family down, who all are Indiana fans.
Maybe even some past teammates. Some past teammates get together. Get a suite.
Yeah,
60,000 not. I mean, it is a lot of money to watch a game. One game.
Oh, it's more than I got.
Yeah, well,
more than I've got in my pocket.
But yeah, once in a lifetime, as you said.
Yeah, if you're independently wealthy, you have ties to Indiana University.
Yeah,
somebody's going to drop the coin on that.
Yeah, that's right. Couple of boosters for that sure.
Suite, and with
easy.
Absolutely no problem doing it we'll do it with a smile on their face.
That's right
for this moment as a graduate of Indiana.
Yes,
to maybe see them complete the miracle of miracles.
Yes, that's right.
Winning a football national championship.
To have that money to be able to
awesome.
go and opportunity to go and do that, man, it is crazy. It is crazy, but it is a national championship. You wouldn't expect anything less. Two teams we didn't expect to be in the national championship at the start of the season for sure. But it's going to be a good game.
One of them.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good game. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to see what happens. So
Miami fans have got to be looking though at what Indiana's done these first two playoff games and be going, oh crap, we in trouble.
Can we not have Alabama, please, instead of Indiana? Damn.
What's that Simpsons character? Ralphie?
Yeah.
Or
I'm
Ralph,
in danger.
Ralph
yeah,
Wiggum?
That's it.
I'm in danger.
That's right.
That's Miami. That is
Yep.
Miami fans right now.
Yep.
6 days out.
Yep.
After seeing what Indiana did to Alabama and Oregon.
Yep.
They're going, ooh.
Yeah.
It's gonna
be a fantastic. I cannot wait for the matchup. So it'll be interesting to see how
me neither.
Both quarterbacks, are new to this level. So it's going to be interesting to see what Mendoza and Beck do and how they're going to handle it. I think Mendoza is going to be cool as ice, as he always is. So,
and Mendoza, we talk about Carson, this being a home game for Carson Beck because he plays for Miami.
Yeah.
This is a home game for Fernando Mendoza.
That's right.
Because he went to high school literally a mile from the stadium.
Yep. That's it. It's almost homecoming for him too, so it's going to be fantastic.
He is a South Florida boy.
Yeah.
And I have no doubt little Havana is going to be little Indiana this weekend.
Yeah. That's right.
Of course, Mendoza of Cuban descent.
Yep.
Miami. That's a whole lot of Cubans.
Yep.
In Miami and South Florida. So for one of their own to be on this stage playing for the national championship in Miami, little Havana is going to be little Indiana.
Yeah.
For the weekend.
Yeah. As you said before, it is two great stories. Coming head to head on Monday night. It's going to be amazing. So
cannot wait
for it. That is for sure. So I don't think we had anything else to discuss at the moment. I think that was pretty much everything. We only had a couple of games. Obviously, we've got the national game coming up. Yep.
I'll give you one unrelated thing real quick. It is football.
Yeah.
It is football. Related, but not college football, pro football. A blockbuster day here in the NFL.
Yeah.
With the resignation of Mike Tomlin.
Oh yes, 19
the
years.
Head coach
wow.
of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes.
19 years as head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. He resigned this afternoon from the Steelers.
Yeah.
Probably due, let's be honest, because they've been kind of in purgatory the last decade.
Yeah.
Won a Super Bowl, made it to made it, or did they make a second Super? No, they didn't. In his tenure, but won a Super Bowl championship.
Yeah.
During his tenure, played in another one. Lost to Green Bay, I believe.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. But 19 seasons, probably due because they've lost now 7 straight playoff games, including last night to Houston.
Yeah.
19 years, there can come a time where your voice gets stale.
Yeah, that's right.
In the locker room,
you need
it
change.
It has nothing to do with his coaching ability. Mike Tomlin, if he wants to coach in 2026, he will coach in 2026 somewhere.
Yeah.
If he wants to. If he wants to go into television, he's going to do great on television.
Yeah.
Man's got personality for days.
Oh, good.
So whatever Mike Tomlin does in the future, he will be a success at, and I wish him the best of luck.
Yeah.
Thank you for the 19 years. You did an outstanding job representing the Pittsburgh Steelers and the city of Pittsburgh. And again, this is a situation that Pittsburgh's not used to. Having to look for a new head coach.
Yeah.
This will only be their 4th since 1969.
Oh, that's crazy stat.
When they started the 2026 season.
That is crazy. But I mean, when you like somebody and they get on, why rock the boat? And keep it going
and have consistent success.
Yes.
Pittsburgh never pushes the panic button.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're just calm and carry on is what the Brits said, right?
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
That's Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
That's Pittsburgh Steeler football.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get too high. They don't get too low. They just keep it moving forward.
Yeah.
And they've been a picture of consistency for now over half a century. With having just 3 head coaches when you have teams that have 3 head coaches in 7 years.
Yeah, that's it. That's crazy stat.
Looking at you, New York Jets.
Yeah. That is crazy stat. So,
just wanted to mention that because we're college football, but have to talk about greatness when the opportunity presents itself.
I mean, that is an end
Mike
of
Tomlin. In addition to being a fantastic football coach, he's a fantastic leader of men.
Yeah.
Okay. When you hear Mike Tomlin speak, and I can only imagine being in the locker room.
Yeah.
With Mike Tomlin as your head coach.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to do good for him.
Yeah.
Because he wants you to do good.
Yeah.
He invests so much of his time and energy into making you a better football player and a better man. You don't want to let him down.
No, that's right. That's right.
And that might be the greatest tribute you can give to somebody.
Is
that they make you a better man.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what Mike Tomlin does.
Yeah.
So
19 years,
a lot.
definitely. That's it. End of an era at Steelers. So be interesting to see who they get to take the reins as well too. So we're going to wrap it up. That's everything for this week in college football. We'll be back again on Monday for the Natty National Championship game. I'm looking forward to it. Of course, Chris will be here with us. We'll be in the front bar again, guys. Thank you very much for joining us today. Make sure you stay safe, and we'll definitely see you in the next live stream, guys. We'll see you then.